Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 1 minute, dear kids. Okay, just get the book really good. Can you all recollect last week you didn't listen properly? You all remember what we did? I will recap this, so don't worry. So we can join, I mean, we can do it, kids. We can get. All right. So we will just go through what happened, okay, little bit, and then we will get started with new chapter, Sundarakanda. All right. So now we understand what happened with Sampati, right? He continued narrating his life story. He narrated about the incident where he fell off the Vindhya mountains and he remained unconscious for how many days there? 6 days. Then he came to the senses and went to see the sage Nishakara, who was living nearby and was known to my brother and me. When he asked me how my wings have been burnt, and he happened to narrate this entire incident to this rishi called Nishakara. I told him that after falling from the sky and not hearing from my brother, I contemplated of committing suicide. And by jumping off the mountain peak, as soon as I stood before him, tears flowed from my eyes, and Nishakara told me, "Don't despair." So now he is going to give a beautiful benediction. What is that benediction? He's saying that your wings is going to reappear along with a renewed energy when you start to give information about the monkeys to monkeys. When you start giving information to the monkeys about Sita Mata, then your wings will start to grow at that point in time. So this is what Rishi named Nishakara told who? Sampati. Are you able to understand? Are you hands off the mobile or are you hands off the laptop? Can you all concentrate for the next I'm going to have this class for maybe 30 minutes. After that, we'll have question and answer. Today, I will leave you all early. Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
But can you all be hands-free with your mind engaged in Ramayan class? Can you do that as a favor to me? And Ram will be pleased because we have Ram Navami coming up. And we need to make sure our heart is cleansed by Ram Navami so that Lord Ram Krishna can enter into our hearts. Okay. So now we talked about who? Sampati, and what happened to him? He fell unconscious in the Vindhya mountain for how many days? How many days he did that? Who can tell? Varun?
Mataji, what did you ask?
No. How many days he fell unconscious in the Vindhya mountain, Sampati? For 6 days. And what was the story behind that? With Nishakara.
Nishakara? I don't think I remember. There was one, he fell unconscious.
Yes.
Somebody fell unconscious on that mountain thingy. Then after that, I don't remember how it happened.
So he, remember, he happened to fell in the so you're asking about how it happened, meaning how the Vindhya, I mean, what happened to him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the monkeys, he was telling na, they were flying up the, I think it was in relationship to these guys were flying up in the air and he got burnt because of trying to protect his brother. They flew up very high in the sky and they were very close to the sun. And because of that sun, this guy, his brother, who was his brother? Jadayu. Yeah, Jatayu, he was getting little bit because of that heat, he was going to faint. And now to protect Jatayu, we have Sampati extending out his wings. And in that process, he actually fell down off the Vindhya mountains and he was remaining unconscious there for 6 days. That's what is the story line. And then that's when Nishakara, can you listen, guys? I'm again repeating it, please. Really, morning time, we can't be lazy. Let's try to focus and give some attention, okay? Otherwise, there's no point in attending the class. Why are you here? You could have done something else, right? Can we all focus? Now, Nishakara, when he came to sage Nishakara, Nishakara saw him such a despair and he told him, if you're going to reveal about Mother Sita to the monkeys, then you're going to get renewed energy. And in that process, you're going to regain your wings also. So what happened? Sampati kept on waiting. He kept 80,000 years passed away and even Nishakara, he gave up his body and he went to heaven. And in his absence, Sampati started to think, what is this? Am I going to ever reveal the monkeys about Mother Sita? When is this all going to happen? So he started doubting the whole thing of Nishakara's benediction to him. And then what happened was Sampati spoke to the monkeys. A pair of wings sprouted. When he started to narrate about this to the monkeys, this broken wings of his started to sprout. Can you all understand the context now? This is one story I will be asking any one of you to narrate. If you have any questions, you can let me know. But can you tell me if you understood or not?
Yes, I understood.
Okay. How about others? Suraj, did
Yes,
you understand?
Mataji, I understand.
Okay. Aditya?
Yeah, I understand mostly. I just joined recently and I was fixing up my audio, so I only heard a little bit.
What did you hear?
Can you just repeat it again?
Yeah. So what did you hear? So basically, Sampati and okay, I'll ask somebody else to narrate. Akshara, did you understand? Shiva, did you understand? Okay, one last time. What happened was Sampati and we have Jatayu flying up in the air. They wanted to prove after this defeating Indra, they wanted to go up and prove how capable they are. They went really up the sky. And in that process, we have Jatayu who was going to faint. And seeing this, Sampati became very alarmed. And in order to protect his brother, he happened to extend his wings out. And in that process, because of the sun's heat, his wings were burnt. And now he meets Nishakara, sage named Nishakara, and he gives him a benediction saying, when you're going to talk about the monkeys, when you're going to talk about Mother Sita to the monkeys, you're going to have renewed energy, and in that process, you will restore your wings. This is what is going to happen to you. So because of this, your wings is going to sprout up. And 8,000 years passed and he was like, what's going on? I'm not able to meet the monkeys. I'm not able to reveal anything to Mother Sita. Is this benediction? Is it all true or what? They started doubting. And at that time, he revealed this to the monkeys. That time, what happened was his wings started to sprout. Did you get it, Aditya?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now what happened? So they were all, Sampati soared into the sky. The monkeys headed south and rejuvenated with good hope. So now from there, Sampati left the scene. And however, the monkeys reached the shore of the ocean, they became dejected upon seeing the vastness, thinking themselves incapable of crossing Lanka. So when they went to the ocean to go to the other side, that is Lanka, they have to cross the ocean. And because of that, they started to doubt, oh, am I capable of crossing this ocean? Is it possible for me? Is it something that is feasible for me? Am I capable of doing that? All these questions began to arise in the monkeys. And now we have Angada. He's encouraging the monkeys. Despondency is useless, for it has never caused the action to bear fruit. should not be despondent and we should not just keep lamenting about this. We have to do something in action. Indeed, despair is the root of failure. It is deadly as a poisonous snake. Whoever can leap 100 yojanas to rescue Mother Sita from the clutches of Ravana, please step forward so that we can become freed from Sugriva's wrath. So now Angada is leader, right? He is actually leading and giving hope to people and hope to the monkeys. And he's saying, no, don't just keep lamenting. Lamentation is of no use. We need to make sure, put in an endeavor to attempt. And in that process, we will be able to we will be able to find Mother Sita. If we are just simply talking about it and not doing any kind of action, that is going to lead us to failure. And Angada is not going to be happy with that. So he's saying, whoever can step forward 100 yojanas, please come forward. Are you able to understand so far? And no one responded to Angada's call. And he began asking the monkeys individually, can you do it? Can you do it, like that? The monkey said, yes, I can do maybe 10 yojanas. Another monkey is saying, I can do 20 yojanas. Another monkey is saying, I can do 30 yojanas, 70 yojanas. Divida said, I can do 70. Sushena declared he could easily jump 80 yojanas. And Jambavan explained, formerly, I had unlimited jumping capacity. Jambavan has now become old. And he's saying, see, formerly meaning, in those days I had unlimited capability to jump anywhere. However, because I am in the end of my life, I can only do 90 yojanas. That is the maximum I can do.
But that's
Hey,
almost
Mataji, how many yojanas do they need?
100.
No. He is just asking 100. They have to go really 1000 yojanas or something like that. Okay, and Hanuman is capable of doing that much. But everybody else is just saying up to, I mean, Jambavan can go maximum up to 90. Angada was asking if somebody could do 100. But some monkeys were saying 10, 20, 30. And Duvida said, I can do up to 70, like that. And Jambavan, he also said, I can only go up to 90. That was because of my old age. Okay, so so now, long ago, he's telling the story. When Lord Vamana covered the entire universe, I circumambulated him as I took the 3 strides. Unfortunately, I'm no longer capable of jumping from Lanka to rescue Sita Mata. So when Ravana covered, when Vamana actually covered the entire universe, I was able to circumambulate him and go around him, around the world 3 times. The entire universe I could go around, but right now I'm not in a position to do that. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. Finally, Angada said he can do 100 yojanas. And I doubt I could do the second time to, even while coming back, they have to jump 100 yojanas. So while going towards Lanka, 100. And then while coming back, they have to do 100 again. And he's doubting himself, saying, while coming back, I may not be able to do 100 yojanas. And Jambavan replied, I'm sure with your prowess, you could leap up to 1000 yojanas. However, you are the leader of the expedition and it would not be proper for you to accomplish the task by yourself. Therefore, you should order somebody else. As a leader, what do? You get the job done. You execute it. So you appoint people to get the job done. This is what is the leader. So Jambavan is saying, since you are the leader, you just have to depute someone to get this task done. And Gada replied,
how long is a yojana?
yeah, Yojana, can somebody get to the internet and see?
Because
4 to
Mataji,
9 miles. It says 4 to 9
49.
miles. 4 to
See,
9. 4 to
4
9.
4 to 9 miles. Can you imagine?
okay, so it could be somewhere like
See, if you are
about
going to do 100 yojanas,
700.
that means it is 49,200 yojanas. Am I right, Aditya?
No.
49,200 miles, right?
No,
No,
it's
no, 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 no.
429. No,
Like the range of 4 to 9. Like it could be anywhere
4
between
dash
4 to 9 miles on
Oh,
that.
4 to 9 miles. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so approximately 700.
Yeah,
Yes,
approximately 700.
yes, you're right. Very good. Okay, very nice question. Thank you, Aditya and Shuraj. They were beautiful answers as well. So we can imagine how long it is. And now Angada replied, doesn't matter if I'm in charge. If someone doesn't go to Lanka, be it myself or someone else, then our only alternative is to fast until death. He comes back to the same point. He wants to fast until death. If this task is not accomplished, then he feels, no, it's not good. I need to fast until death. Therefore, Jambavan, please devise some means whereby we can cross the ocean and save ourselves from Sugriva's wrath. Jambavan then said, don't worry, I have someone whom I can appeal to. Oh, Hanuman, you are equal to Garuda, the carrier of Vishnu. Why have you not spoken up? Hanuman, what is going on? Why have you not spoken up? Please listen as I now describe the glories of best of the monkeys. Very, very careful attention. Varun, are you listening?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's gear up for questions after this. So any question, please stop me if you don't understand anything. Okay. Now, what happened? He's going to talk about glories of Lord Hanuman. Can you all listen, kids? Once, one of the foremost Apsaras names, Punjika Stali, was cursed by a rishi and she took birth as Anjana. And Anjana grew up in a very unparalleled beauty and she could change her form at will. So now Vayu and Anjana, they happen to give birth to Hanuman. Okay. This is what is it. This is what is it. This is what it is. Vayu is the god of air. And so by giving birth to Hanuman, through Anjana. Anjana became pleased by Vayu's words and soon she gave birth to Hanuman with a mountain within the mountain cave. The next morning, when baby Hanuman saw the rising sun, he thought it to be a shining fruit. Okay, he saw sun and he thought it was a shining fruit. See how nicely this fruit is shining? Let me go and grab that fruit. Desiring to, yeah, 1 minute, dear. We will complete this paragraph. Desiring to catch it, he leapt more than 3,000 yojanas into the sky, but was thrown back to the earth because of the sun's brilliance. Hanuman jumped again. I'm not going to leave. Again, I'm going to catch that fruit. Shining fruit it is. I want to definitely try to grab that one. This time, however, Indra became angered by monkey's audacity and hurled his thunderbolt. Okay, thus the king of heaven dashed Hanuman against the mountainside, fracturing the left side of the chin. Indeed, it is because of this incident Hanuman received his name. For Hanuman means one having a broken chin. So he fractured his left side of the chin. Okay, because of Indra's thunderbolt, he happened to fracture the left side of the chin, and that is why he got his name Hanuman. And Vayu became furious of Indra's aggression against his son and began withholding the air from the three worlds. See what happened, because his son was attacked by Indra. Vayu was not happy, and Vayu is the god of air. And what did he do? He started to control and restrict the air. This plunged the demigods into anxiety. They were all getting very, very anxious. With the Lord Brahma at their end, they rushed to Vayu's abode, hoping to pacify him. Just to satisfy the wind god, Lord Brahma blessed Hanuman to become invincible in the battle. So now Brahma is giving a benediction to Vayu's son Hanuman, that whenever he's in the war, he's going to become invincible. Invincible means he's not going to be seen. Okay, so how will people be able to fight with him if he can't be seen? Indra was very pleased and surprised to see that baby monkey had not been killed by the thunderbolt. Therefore, he awarded Hanuman the benediction that he can die at will. So when the war happened between Indra and Hanuman, Indra was not able to find Hanuman because he was invincible because of Brahma's benediction. And that is why he couldn't be killed by the thunderbolt. And because of this, Indra also granted Hanuman, saying, okay, you're going to die only at your will, no problem, like that. And Jambavan concluded, I consider Hanuman to be capable of executing this mission, because why? He was capable of going how many yojanas? 3,000 yojanas to grab that sun, which he thought to be a shining fruit. And this is what happened. As Lord Trivikrama expanded his 3 steps to take away Bali's kingdom, I soared around the world 21 times to circumambulate him. So now he's telling about himself. When Bali Maharaj, when Vamana Dev came, what did he do? He circumambulated him when he got the Trivikrama form, when he became so huge. That time I was able to circumambulate him 21 times. Now I'm not capable of doing it because of my age. When the demigods and demons wanted to produce nectar, it was I who single-handedly collected all the herbs from and throw it into the ocean of milk. I did it all by myself. When there was a demigod and demons where they were trying to produce nectar, that time I single-handedly collected all the herbs that were thrown into the ocean of milk. However, I have grown very old now. It is time for Hanuman to exhibit his prowess. This is what I want of him to do. Hanuman became greatly encouraged upon hearing these words of glorification. Then the joy that all the monkeys began to present, Hanuman began expanding himself into a gigantic form while he was telling his own glories. I am able to go around Mount Meru 1,000 times without even pausing, and by splashing waters, I could inundate the entire world. I could circumambulate Garuda 1,000 times as he flies through the sky. I can uproot the entire city of Lanka and carry it a great distance if I so desire. Now, Hanuman was able to unveil his powers or know his prowess because of who? Because of Jambavan pointing him out. Otherwise, he would not have known. He actually forgot about his powers. Now that Jambavan reminded him of Hanuman's capability, Hanuman could understand how powerful he is. And he's saying, 1,000 times I could go around Mount Meru without even pausing, meaning without even stopping. And then I could inundate the entire world. I could circumambulate Garuda also 1,000 times as he flies through the sky. I can uproot this entire city of Lanka, no problem, and carry it a great distance. If I want to, if I desire, then I can even carry it to great length. This is all possible by me. He started to boast about his own prowess because he didn't know that he had such a great prowess till Jambavan actually pointed him that he was capable of doing that. All the monkeys, they were thrilled to hear Hanuman's boast of his prowess. Because Hanuman was boasting about himself, they were all so thrilled. Oh, wow, our monkey is capable of doing so much. Okay, good job, like that. However, to remind him the gravity of the situation, they said, we shall stand here upon one foot until you return. So now they are imposing a condition. Hanuman should understand he can take a long time to find Mother Sita. He just has to act on the matter very diligently, and he has to get back with the news that he got Mother Sita. But in order to make him understand the gravity of the situation, he was told, what was he told? He was told all the monkeys were going to stand on one leg till his return. Very difficult, isn't it? To stand in one leg is not an easy task. So they were actually hinting Hanuman, we are going to stand with one leg till you return. So better you make it fast, like that. Our lives rest upon you as well as the hopes of recovering Mother Sita. Hanuman then informed the monkeys, I will leave from the peak of Mount Mandara. Since it is capable of sustaining the immense pressure I will exert on the earth for my leave. Hanuman departed, and within a minute he arrived in the Mount Mahendra hill, which would serve as a support for his monumental leap. So from where he was going to jump, he was going to use Mount Mantra, and from there he is going to make a giant leap to Lanka. And this Mount Mantra, it is capable of withstanding the pressure that he would exert. If you were to jump for a very long distance, there must be a pressure that would be exerted. And this Mount Mantra, see how intelligent he is to find out about the nuances where he has to jump from strategy. He's using some strategic planning techniques in order to make this happen. So this is the understanding. Are you all clear so far? So now is the question and answer time. After that, I'm going to go to Sundarakanta. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will ask you questions. Okay. Okay. Who was able to describe the power of Hanuman? Aditya?
So, either is Angada or Jambavan. I'm trying to
Jambavan.
remember. Jambavan. Yeah, he said that like he could not do it because he was old, and he said that Hanuman could easily do it.
Yes. And what
And
was
he was
he telling?
asking him like why he was not telling everyone that like he could or anything.
What? I didn't get that point.
Jambavan was asking Hanuman why like he did not say that he could earlier instead of him having to say.
No, I really didn't get it. What is
He
that?
never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, because so he was just lamenting about him not able to do. He said the maximum he could do was how many yojanas?
90
Jambavan.
yojanas.
90 yojanas. Yeah, 90 yojanas. That's how much he
Who
could
said
do
90 yojanas?
because of his old age. And even he could circumambulate Trivikrama how many times?
1,000 times.
How many times he could circumambulate? 21 times throughout the world. He soared around the world 21 times. Okay, so that is his capability. However, I am old now and it's time for Hanuman to exhibit his prowess. He was very much convinced that Hanuman could do it. What about Angada? How many yojanas could Angada do? Govinda?
Maybe 90 or 100.
He said he could do 100, but
Yeah.
then while returning, he said it may become
Yeah,
a
he could
problem.
not do 100 while coming back too.
Yeah, that
That
was
would be
the problem.
10,000.
Yeah, so this is what Angada's situation is. What about the story of Indra and I mean the story of Hanuman, the monkey? I mean, okay, Varun.
So this story was like Hanuman felt like the sun was a fruit, and since he thought that the sun Hanuman thinks sun was the mango.
No, that and all they didn't say. Shining fruit, that's all.
Yeah, shining. He thought it was a fruit, but and then he tried to fly all the way to the sun so he could eat the fruit. And then Indra got mad at Hanuman for trying to eat the fruit. Indra got really mad at Hanuman for trying to eat the fruit. And since Indra got mad at Hanuman, Vayu became mad at Indra, and then Vayu became very mad at Indra.
Yeah, Vayu stopped the air, and then Brahma granted some yeah, what benediction? Good job, Varun. We can stop here. What benediction did Brahma give Hanuman? Shiva?
He could be invisible in a war.
Correct. And what happened? What did Indra then do to Hanuman? Sorry, what did Indra then do to Hanuman? Yeah. Shiva, go ahead.
He gave a benediction that says you're going to die at will.
Correct. Wonderful listening. Good job today. All of you are listening. Suraj, what about was Jambavan envious of Hanuman? I didn't say this directly, but yeah.
No, he is not envious of Hanuman. He's glorifying Hanuman for he wants Hanuman to realize he can jump 100 yojanas and 100 yojanas back to get Mother Sita.
Yeah, he could do more than that, because with the sun he could do 3,000 yojanas. You know, he's very capable, Hanuman. Okay, very good job, Suraj. Even though I did not say this point, you made it up. That's what I want. Because see, we have to understand from Jambavan's character that we should not be envious of anybody, right? And how appreciative he was, praising, glorifying others, even though he didn't have the capability. It was because of Jambavan, Hanuman actually realized his powers. So we need to understand how non-envious he is, okay? And we need to follow in his footsteps. Okay, now what is Hanuman's mother's name? Akshara? Okay, Yash, are you there, dear?
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, good. What is Hanuman's mom's name?
Um,
Can you tell me? Okay, Anjana, all right. Can you tell me about the Nishakara incident? Do you remember that, baby? I mean, do you remember that? Yes, I'm sorry.
well, I actually kind of joined at 12:30.
Oh, okay. Govinda, do you want to tell about Nishakara?
Nishakara, what happened that when Sampati protected Jatayu, his wings got burned and he fallen from the wind down a mountain. Then what happened? Then the what is the sage?
Nishakara
said
gave him a benediction.
He said that when you will tell where Sita's about with the monkeys, your wings will sprout.
Wonderful. This is what happened, Yash. Okay. So that time when he happened to say this to the monkeys, he regained his wings back. Sampati. Sampati is Jatayu's brother. He's the elder one. Okay, Yash. You got it? Did you get it, Yash?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, I'll ask you a question. Now, what was Hanuman boasting about? This is towards the end.
He was boasting about what his newly discovered powers that Jamapan told him.
Correct. Like he could go 1,000 times around Mount Meru and circumambulate Garuda.
From Jatayu.
Yeah, 1,000 times like that. Wonderful. This is exactly. And where did he take his giant leap from? Varun, where did he take the giant leap from? What was the name of the mountain that he wanted to take the giant leap to Lanka?
I don't remember, but I think it was Mount Meru.
Not Mount Meru. It is okay. Who else? Aditya, do you want to give it a shot? Hare Krishna, are you there, dear? Oh, Yash raised his hand. Okay, go ahead, Yash.
It was Mount Mantra.
Correct. Mount Mantra. Varun, Aditya, are you okay with that answer?
Yes.
Wait, Mataji, I was in the bathroom. Sorry.
Yeah, Mount Mantra is where he took the giant leap to go to Lanka. He has to exert some pressure now. So that was done from Mount Mantra. Okay. Now, getting on to the new chapter for today, Sundarakanta. Can you all be attentive for the next 10 minutes? That's all. Can you do that? Is the attention possible for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is important, kids. Otherwise, there's no point in me teaching. So you have to remember Mount Mantra. All these gives you memory power. If you don't if we don't listen, we will not gain and we are not going to increase our memory power too. See, all these are pastimes of the Lord, and tuck, we have to tell, okay, the answers. Virtuous Hanuman first offered his obeisances onto Surya, Indra, Vayu, Brahma at the foot of Mount Mantra. Then after climbing to the peak, he expanded his body to gigantic proportions. See, before doing any act, when we take the obeisances and blessings of the elders, then the success is sure. The success is guaranteed. And this is what Hanuman did. By grabbing the mountain with his hands and feet, he inadvertently crushed many deer underfoot. Hanuman paused for several moments and composed his mind in preparation for great leap. So when we are attending a competition, we actually do a deep breath and we try to focus on what we are going to play, have a calm, composed mind, or even when we are playing some sort of a game, if the opponent is playing very fiercely, we should still have a calm and composed mood, isn't it? Then only we'll be able to get a sure shot. Otherwise, if we are worried about the result, we will not be able to perform well. And here we can see how he is preparing himself for the giant leap. Because of the weight of his huge body, the entire mountain began to shake. Large snakes vomited from the mouths and bit into the rocks, causing them to spit into. See, because of the pressure he exerted, all the snakes started to come out of that. pit. And then because of that, there were flaming fragments. All that pieces broke. The Vidyadharas flew up in the skies to witness Hanuman's spectacular jump. In the Vidyadhara planet, people were also curious. Hanuman is going to make a giant leap. We want to see that. How is it going to be? How nice it's going to be engaging. Let's go and see. So they were also anxious and curious. And Hanuman was going to now make this spectacular jump. Let's see what happens. Hanuman crouched down, summoning all his energy. And as the mountain peak began to crumble, spurts of water gushed from the immense pressure. Gandharva couples that had been sporting in the heavenly region, along with numerous rishis that reside there, quickly fled the mountain out of fear. Because everything began to crumble, water started to gush out. There was immense pressure that was created. Because of this, whoever was there in that region, they all began to flee away. Hanuman then declared the monkeys, either I shall bring Sita back or I shall uproot the entire city of Lanka where Ravana is. This is what I will do. Here is my promise. I'm going to either come back with Mother Sita or I'm going to uproot the entire city of Lanka. Either one will be done for sure. Hanuman drew in his breath and tensed his muscles. Suddenly, he sprang into the air like an arrow shot from the bow of Lord Ram. Due to force of Hanuman's jump, all the trees on the peak of Mount Mantra were uprooted and thrown into the sky. That force, na? Because of that, what all happened? The snakes came out, the water started to gush out, the rocks started to crumble. Everything happened one by one, and whoever was there, the people who were residing, the rishis who were residing, the Gandharvas who were there, all of them, they fled from the place. And now we also see the trees were uprooted and they were just going up in the air like that. Hanuman soared like a huge cloud and stretched out his tail. As Hanuman sailed through the heavens, the uprooted trees followed in his wake and plummeted into ocean. Colored flowers from their branches fluttered down and scattered over the surface of water, creating a very, very beautiful sight. The hurricane created by Hanuman's flight agitated the ocean, creating waves as tall as the mountains that crashed against the breast. The shadow of Hanuman projected upon the surface of water measured by 80 by 240 miles, and the suction created as he passed through the air drew the surrounding clouds to him. Hanuman resembled the mountain as he became hidden in the mass of clouds and became visible as he emerged from them. Out of parental affection, Vayu blew cooling breezes, keeping the sunshine from scorching him. Now, as a dutiful father, as a loving father, what did Vayu do to Hanuman? Vayu actually gave some cooling breeze just to keep away sunshine from Hanuman, because he wanted to do the giant leap. Whatever he could do as a favorable thing, that is what parents are meant for, isn't it? Don't you feel the warmth and the affection they provide? It's all for our own good, isn't it? When parents do something for us, we always understand it is for our own happiness. They want to somehow make us happy. If they're asking you to do something, that means, later time you should not regret. That is why, in order to avoid some sadness to you in the future, they are asking you to do something, maybe some practices, maybe some follow-ups, maybe some things that you might otherwise not be inclined to do, or some devotional service. This all is going to reap benefits for you in the later stage. And that's why they want you to be happy at all points in time. And that's why when they give these instructions, these are meant for you. And we will understand it later as well. Oh, it is meant for my happiness, because they understood the fact this world is dukkalayam ashashvatam. Even the happiness that we get in this world is temporary and not long lasting. So the main focus should be on Krishna. And for that, we need to chant, we need to perform our devotional activities, we need to attend Krishna Katha, Rama Katha. In that process, my son or my daughter will be very happy, right? Because we get the bliss and happiness. Why? Because we are serving Lord Krishna, who is the source and reservoir of all happiness. And only from a person who has unlimited happiness, he'll be able to give, the happiness to the extent that we become satisfied. Are you clear, kids? Why we do what we do? Yeah? Yes. Varun?
Yes.
Okay. Suraj? Yes. Akshara said yes. Shiva, did you get
Yes,
it, dear?
Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Govinda, are you there? Okay. So now, as Hanuman soared through the sky, all the classes of beings applauded him. See, all of them were clapping because they were able to see the sight. The ocean deity also desired to assist him. Out of respect for Hanuman, he felt obliged to help since Lord Ram descended in the Ishwaku dynasty and Ram's forefather King Sagara had extended the ocean boundaries. So out of favor, the ocean god wanted to help Hanuman. Previously, Indra had placed the great Mainaka mountain in the middle of the ocean to obstruct the demons from traveling to the earth from other regions. The ocean now ordered Mainaka to rise up out of water, hoping to assist Hanuman to provide him with a resting place. However, when Hanuman saw the great mountain peak emerging from the sea, he considered it to be an impediment and knocked it down with his chest. So Ocean God thought, oh, Hanuman must be so tired. So we must somehow extend him some favor by actually bringing up this mountain, Mainaka mountain, so that he can actually rest in that mountain and take some rest and then go out. And because this ocean god, he was actually feeling obliged to help Lord Ram. And Lord Ram, because he has again favored him in some way by extending the ocean boundaries. And that's why he wanted to act as an act of reciprocation and gratitude. When we feel grateful, right? When we feel grateful to what we have, what our parents have done, then we will feel like extending ourselves to them. We will say, oh, Amma, what do you want? Can I do some service to you? Or you may ask your dad, can I be of help to you? So this all comes out of gratitude. And when we don't have gratitude, we take things for granted. Oh, you know what? I have all the eatables to eat. I have everything. Everything is there. But if you're not grateful, that means what? You have a hard-hearted heart. We know about hard heart and soft heart, right? We should always be grateful for what we have, because there are so many people in this world who don't even have a meal to eat. So we should feel grateful that we have so much. And God has given us so much, and we should never never underestimate that fact and not feel grateful at any point in time. Always we should be grateful for what God has given us. We should be grateful for our parents or for our friends, for everybody, our teachers, because they are teaching us so much knowledgeable things that we would have otherwise not known. Are you clear, kids, why we should be grateful and why hard-heartedness or soft-heartedness? What does it mean? Okay, can somebody tell me? Okay, Varun, can you tell me what I was just saying with regards to hard-hearted and soft-hearted behavior? And yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did this. But then you say no, and you like don't have a heart. You're like not doing anything that like somebody says.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, feeling grateful.
Yeah, soft-hearted when you soft-hearted when you actually when you're
Yes, so you have to be feeling grateful. Your computer or your audio is not great, Varun. Please fix that. Okay. And now, what did this ocean god do? Suraj.
Mataji, the ocean god refused to budge. Okay.
No. The ocean god, as a favor to Lord Ram, he did something. Aditya.
Yeah, he told him to build a bridge across.
Yeah, he made the Mainaka mountain to sprung up so that Hanuman could take rest. But what did Hanuman think? Shiva? What did Hanuman think about the Mainaka mountain when it sprung up?
I don't know.
Okay, Aditya? Are you guys listening? When the Mainaka mountain actually... Govinda, go ahead.
What happened that Hanuman was thinking that was a demon from the ocean. That's why he knocked it down with his chest.
Yeah, because he thought it to be an impediment, meaning obstruction, because anything other than the goal is something disturbing for him. He doesn't want to rest. He doesn't want to enjoy, or he doesn't want, his goal is to now find Sita Mata, and that is where he is heading to, and no other
Mataji,
disturbance.
Hanuman, like, he saw it as like an obstacle to his like thing to Sita.
Yeah.
And like he just pushes it out of the way, and then he jumps again.
Correct. Yeah, he just knocks it down with his chest. Appreciating Hanuman's prowess, Mainaka took a human form and stood on his own summit. O son of Vayu, you may rest a while on my peak and then continue your journey. Please accept this humble service, for I desire to worship your father by offering you this assistance. In Satya Yuga, all mountains had wings and we flew through the sky like so many Garudas. However, the demigods and rishis became fearful at the possibility of us falling on the ground and smashing everything. Finally, in a fit of anger, Indra took up the thunderbolt and proceeded to cut off the wings of many thousands of mountains. Indra likewise attacked me, but Vayu came to my rescue by forcefully casting me into the ocean. Thus my wings were spared. Now to repay the favor to your father, I request you to stop a while and accept my hospitality. See, Mainaka mountain was able to speak, and it was telling what has happened in the past, because these mountains are capable of flying with the wings in Satya Yuga. These mountains, imagine, they had wings to fly around, and all these wings were cut by Indra. Thousands of mountains, they all were cut. The wings were cut because Indra was feeling so, the demigods felt so insecure, because anytime this mountain is capable of falling down and smashing everything. So he didn't want the mountains to fly. Imagine the mountains were to fly, what will happen to us? And if somewhere the mountain wants to land, that whole area would be crushed, isn't it? So they were all getting fearful, and because of that, Indra cut many mountains' wings. But Mainaka was actually spared by who? Vayu. And because of which it was able to retain its wings. And therefore, as a gratitude, as a reciprocation of love, Mainaka wanted to extend himself out, and he requested, please, that is why I'm asking you, Hanuman, to reciprocate your father's, whatever he has done to me, I want to actually reciprocate that love. And can you please accept my place? Please, you can stay in the mountains here and you accept this as my service to you. Please, you do that. Hanuman, he says, please excuse me. I cannot dare to stop. I promised the other monkeys I would not tarry my journey, and my time is really short. I really don't have time for all this. My time is short. I don't have time, so I cannot stop and accept your invitation. I'm really sorry about it. See how nicely, and you can't just say, no, I'm not coming. No, you just say, I'm sorry. I'm not able to fulfill your request. Because, you remember the monkeys were all standing in one leg. And they were all standing in one leg till the time Hanuman returns. So this time is very, very precious. And Hanuman refused the gratitude that Mainaka actually showed for him. Okay. So with this, we will conclude today's session. So hope you all learned something. Try to always try to always have a soft-hearted heart and don't become hard-hearted. Krishna doesn't like hard-hearted hearts and hard-hearted people. Did you all listen, kids? The last part. The last part, whatever I told you, did you listen? Shiva?
Yes, Mataji.
Aditya, Varun, Akshara, Yash? Did you all listen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yash, did you listen, dear? Govinda?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we will do our prayers. Vansha kalpa tarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki
Mataji,
Gaurav Vrind ki jai. Yes.
I'm having a drama, a Ramayan that I'm just tired of.
Congratulations. Can you text me the video message? Can you text me whatever drama, that portion you're playing, you text to my number, okay?
Okay.
You ask your mom to message me.
Okay.
Okay, I'll wait to see your video. I'm excited how you're going to be dressed and how you're going to perform.
That will be funny. Then I will need to be with a demon and then a monkey.
Wonderful, dear. Wonderful. All right. So we will see you all next week. Till then, all of you all keep contemplating about this pastime. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the Assembled Saints. Bye.
Ki Jai.